Hi, I'm Dr. Earl Mindell. As a pharmacist, I know you're paying too much for GLP-1 meds. Not anymore. You now can finance at $69 or $99 a month. Just go to takeitoff.com, all one word, click on the orange button. It'll connect you to Oh My Olivia, answer a few questions, and you're on your way to losing weight, feeling great. You deserve it. Hi, I'm Dr. Earl Mindell with my wife, Gail Mindell. Welcome to Take It Off.
And keep it off.
And keep it. We're talking about weight, of course.
Yeah.
We have an exciting show today. We have a guest that'll just blow you away. He has been on the My Olivia products for a while. And when he tells you his story, when I heard it, I was more amazed. He's only 18. He's a champion diver, right?
Yes.
And all-around great guy, but we'll hear his story. So, Gail, let's start with this. I think we should start with the story right away.
Yes, Zeke.
Zeke,
Hi,
are
Zeke.
you on?
Hi, how are you?
Terrific. Listen, Zeke, I'm anxious for you to tell people your story because you're a champion diver, you're 18, and tell me your journey.
So I first became a diver when I was 8 years old through a city program. It was just by luck that I had happened to like it, and it was just a short 2-week program. And after that, I just wanted to keep going. Throughout growing up in diving, being a bigger kid pretty much my whole life, I've never quite fit the stereotype of a normal diver. A lot of divers traditionally are thin, very muscular abs, and I was just the complete opposite from that.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Although I was never the stereotype, I never let it limit me to what I can do as an athlete.
That's incredible.
Okay, how much did you weigh at the time that you were doing this?
What started Oh My Olivia?
So before I started Oh My Olivia, I was at 485 pounds.
Oh my goodness. 485. Okay.
Yeah.
And today I am 315. So,
wow.
And I just started in October. So in under a year, I have lost about 170 pounds, and it has completely transformed my life.
Well,
Yeah.
Tell us exactly when you say transform. How do you? It must be amazing the difference of the feel and how you move, etc.
Absolutely, losing 170 pounds, that's pretty much losing a person off of your body, right?
That's right.
Being a diver, it's about having stamina, mobility, flexibility, so just being able to have more give into certain areas and to have gravity working a little bit less against you than it was before. Definitely something I've noticed since, this dramatic change is definitely an increase in my stamina. Sometimes I do one of my harder dives and all of a sudden I'd be out of breath just a little bit. But now, if I flip or do anything, I don't have to stop and recoup.
It's amazing. How about flying, taking an airplane? What is the difference?
Absolutely. This summer, I was very privileged to take my mom on a trip to Europe where we saw Beyonce in concert. And
really?
my initial nerve was not about, being in a different country or where we were staying or like any accommodation like that. It was more about being on the airplane, being curious if I was going to fit in the seat, be comfortable walking through the aisle. I had even paid additional so that I would have a seat that had more room. So that way I wouldn't want the person next to me to feel uncomfortable, on this 10-hour flight.
Right.
So, definitely that was something I was really concerned that was something prior that I had always thought about. But this time around, I had been on this huge journey and I've never felt better riding on a plane. And usually I would have to ask for like a seatbelt extender or something like that. But that was not the case
All
this
right,
time.
so you're on Oh My Olivia, the terzepatide product right now, right?
Yes, that is
So
correct.
that's once a week injection,
Yes.
right? Yeah, that seems to be the fastest of the different products. But we'll talk to you about something I think we have already, that when you transition off the terzepatide, we've got a product that's
Called Thin.
called
Called
Thin,
Thin.
which is basically an appetite suppressant spray that you use every day. You spray under the tongue, and it not only helps to decrease your appetite, but also keeps your blood sugar level. So
And it
that,
does the same thing as the shots, but it's so easy. You don't have
yeah,
to put it in
carry
the
it with
refrigerator.
you.
Carry it with you so that you can continue
This
on
is
your
it.
journey.
It's a very small little container that works beautifully. Okay, so what do you have to tell people about this whole? I call it it's almost it's like a
It is a journey
journey to taking it off.
and keeping it off. Yes.
So pretty much, I've struggled with many different methods of weight loss my entire life. I've tried carnivore diets, just different diets, and overall, after a couple weeks, I might lose a couple pounds, but you start to get hungry, or you go in the grocery store and you see the cookies in the deli or whatever, and
Tell me
it's
about it.
hard.
Tell
It's
me.
hard being a
Yeah.
young kid to just see that, not being as normal as like the rest of my friends who could just have that and have no effect. Um, but just to see that and then like start to get off track and then just completely go backwards. This has
Hmm.
made it a tool to help me form better habits. Um, yes, it is kind of like a, a magical shot in a way, but at the same time, I've put in a lot of effort to transition my lifestyle so that when I do one day not be on the medication anymore, that I don't go back to my old habits and gain
Yeah.
the weight back.
Well, that's one of the reasons we have the podcast, that we're not only going to talk about the medication, we're also going to talk about
Keeping it off
keeping
by
it off by.
healthy habits. Like I talk about, it takes 20 minutes for your stomach to
It's,
signal your brain that you're full. Most of the time, people eat so
oh, they
fast,
overeat.
and
Right.
they're eating a whole meal, and then they
Right.
order dessert, and they don't feel full because they haven't given it your body time to register.
Yeah, well, I
So
think inhale their food
yeah,
is more like it,
inhale
not
is
just
right.
eat it.
So those are the tips, and I'd love for you to be on the podcast again, and to
Yes.
tell us about your journey, and please tune into the podcast.
Right, and congratulations. We want to talk to your father now. He's there, right?
Yes. Hold on just 1 second.
That's good, because
Let me let
he
me
must be
scoot
pretty
over. Hold
proud of
on.
you. He's coming on. There
Yeah.
you go.
Hi,
Hi.
thank you for having us on today.
Hi.
Well,
So tell us about your weight loss journey, because you've been losing weight along with your son, correct? On
Yeah,
Oh My
I, I
Olivia.
I got very lucky because my son, through TikTok and his social media, he got popular from being, really the reason he got popular was for being a very heavy child. And as the popularity got more and more, it just almost made it okay to be a heavier person. And I really, I have a lot of personal regrets because I've lost 100 pounds so many different times, and I couldn't help myself, and I didn't know how to help him, and he came to me with this idea and this opportunity through my Olivia,
right.
and I just thought, let us give it a try, and when I started, I weighed 465 pounds.
Oh.
Um, I weigh 250 pounds today, but you know,
But
Zeke
that's a
has
big
saved
drop.
he has saved our family's life.
Yes. Well, that's very exciting, and we feel the same way, that there are literally hundreds of thousands, even millions of people out there that need this information, and it can be done no matter how overweight or obese you are. So,
It was almost like it was a magic shot.
You know what
You
it,
know,
yeah, I was going to say, you know what it does? It works on your brain. It stops the wanting for food,
The
more food,
voices, right?
the voices. Yeah, it stills those voices. And you also feel satiated a lot sooner when you eat. But I think that because I was talking to Zeke and we were talking about going into markets, right, Zeke?
yes.
We were comparing notes here. So I was saying to him, the food was calling me. I was getting all the wrong foods, all the sweets and the chocolates and I didn't understand what was going on. I thought I'm a
The
strong,
food noise, the
yeah,
ugly, ugly food noise.
that's
It
it.
calls you.
Yeah. So with the shot, with tersepatide and semaglutide, it takes away those food noises so that you can eat like a normal person and you can have a normal, I say portion because the portions that in restaurants now are so huge. So I cut everything in half and I bring stuff home. Or, you know, you learn these tricks because you can't eat as much, which is wonderful.
You know, Zeke was talking about, the way our lives has changed and everything,
Yeah,
and it's a forever journey, right? It's
yeah,
not
Sure.
it is a magic shot, but it's not magic for the rest of your life. So
exactly.
we've
No,
used the tool
right.
to change our lifestyle, right? Where now we know that after every meal we're walking for 10 to 20 minutes, so let's keep
Good.
our glucose from spiking and let our muscles use that energy. We're trying to get our 10,000 steps per day. We're getting to the gym three times a week.
Great.
We're intermittent fasting with one long fast per week.
Right.
So it has changed. It has helped us to change our lifestyle completely. And you know, I don't know if I'll live to the day that I get to see my grandchildren do great things, but Zeke is definitely, and this medication is definitely giving me the opportunity to try
Wow.
You know,
I hope you're drinking more water too.
a gallon a day.
but I think that's wonderful because it's a life changer. It happened to me too, and it changes who you are. And I hear you guys because nobody understands what it's like to actually be able to, like Zeke and I have been talking now about going into a market and not having those voices say, I'm here, I'm here. That I don't feel the need to have the chocolates, the sweets. I'm eating so healthy, and I know you guys are too.
You're sweet enough, Gail.
One of the
Sweet
things
enough.
we've learned is when we go to the grocery store, we shop the perimeter of the
Yeah,
Right,
store.
right.
very
Right?
good.
Notice
Yes.
all the good stuff is way in the back.
Oh yeah,
And
all
what
along
you-
the edges and in the back. We try not to hit the center.
In fact,
Also,
yeah.
don't go to the grocery store when you're hungry. That's another
Right. Well, we're never hungry now since we
See,
take since the terzepatide.
You see,
Well-
it's amazing. So, what would you like to say about your journey together? How it's changed your life? It's changed the way you relate to each other, and as you said, you're walking together, you're doing things together, and you want to see your grandchildren, and that's always a wonderful thing to do this for. It's doing it for you, though, but you're doing it for you.
Well, I feel like I have a best friend in Zeke. He if for at 17 years old, that was a lot of pressure for him to take on
Yeah.
to try to save his family. I don't know if he even told you the story about his mom. His mom
No, we
had
didn't.
an A1C of over 10 and
Oh.
her sugar was 300 and
Oh.
right when she found
Oh.
out that Zeke was going to be getting the medication, she started taking it, and by the time she could even get her first appointment with the endocrinologist, she was back within normal ranges, and he
Wow.
thought she was crazy. Like he couldn't even see that she was out of range.
Yeah.
He literally saved his family's life.
And that's wonderful.
Well,
That's
I am forever indebted to him. Usually it's the father taking care of their family. In this case, it was the son taking care of his mother and his father.
you know,
well, my Olivia is really happy that we could help your family, your wife, yourself, your son, and there are literally hundreds of thousands or millions of people out there that we can help. So we want everybody to go to the website is
Take it off.
takeitoff.com, and that'll transfer you right to the My Olivia program, which basically asks you a few questions, medical questions, and gets you in touch with a health person. And before you know it, you've got the product that you want. It might be the injectable. It might be, if you're transitioning, it might be
Then
the thin, which of course is a oral depressant. I'm sorry, oral appetite depressant spray. One of those things. So
But
thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate it, and we'll check back with you later on.
please come back on.
Because I know, Zeke, you're still losing weight, right?
Yes, absolutely. And one more thing I'd like to add,
Yeah, go ahead.
not only has this medication um, helped us to change our lives completely, but for example, me and my sister, we are on the medication. We're both young adults going to college to be coincidentally like medical professionals. And you know, when you're young, you want to have every opportunity you can, and through my Olivia and our weight loss, it has brought us a newfound confidence, and just in everything we do, whether it's meeting new people, just a whole range of things.
Great.
It has changed our life in so many positive aspects
Oh,
that I wish that this is something that I would have known about sooner.
oh, I know. I feel this. I feel the same way. It opens up doors that you didn't think were there, and all of a sudden you're going through doors. But please tune in to our podcast. Take it off, because we'll have helpful
.com,
hints.
don't forget.
Yeah, helpful hints where you can learn healthy habits for a lifestyle of doing this, and we're going to be talking more about that today. But thank you so much, Zeke, and thank you to your father, and continued
It's all in the
success.
family. I mean, they've
It's
got
all
father
that
and
somebody wrote that. It's all in the
daughter
family.
and
Every one of
goodness,
us.
Yeah, we're all together in this, and that's why your story is special, and all of our stories are, because we all have a story here.
All right.
Take
So-
care, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You'll be on like in another month or so, and then we'll check in with you guys, okay?
Okay, awesome.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you so
All
much.
right.
We're really appreciative for the opportunity.
And it's good to see you, Zeke. After talking to you, it's great seeing you.
Okay.
Yes, for
Bye-bye.
sure.
Take care. I have a superpower. You know what that superpower is? It's called Thin. This you do after the GLP-1 shots. This is thin. You do not have to refrigerate this. It's not a shot. 2 sprays under the tongue before lunch and before dinner. Put it in your pocket, put it in your purse. It's from Oh My Olivia. No one else has it. It's amazing. Go to Take It Off, click on the orange button, takes you to Oh My Olivia. Then at checkout, put Take It Off for 10% off of Thin. And by the way, they have thinner and thinnest. You've got nothing to lose again but weight, and you can keep it off with Thin.
It really gives you a lot of satisfaction to know you've helped somebody by telling them the story. Imagine it's the sister, the brother,
It's
the
a
mother
whole-
and father. They're
A whole family.
They're Samoans. I don't know if you know, but in Samoa, being overweight is almost fashionable, but obesity is a problem. In fact, interesting that just yesterday they came out with a new statistic saying that obesity now it's overtaken cancer as a number 2 killer of Americans.
Are you kidding?
Well, figure it out. If you're obese, the chances of having diabetes type 2,
Yeah.
congestive heart failure, high blood pressure, stroke. We think that even some types of dementia, maybe even Alzheimer's, and some types of cancer are you're at a greater risk. So that's why people say, well, I'm overweight. So what does that mean? That's what it means. It's major. And 75% of Americans are overweight, 40% are obese, and it's been looked at by the year 2030 which is only coming up in 5 years, 50% of them will be obese.
All right. Well, I'm going to switch gears here
Go
because I
ahead.
was talking to Zeke about that it takes. I'm doing the behavior modification now
Yes.
for everybody else out there who wants to keep their weight off, and this is one of the tricks that we talk about.
Yeah,
a lot.
practical application.
Yeah. And as I said, it takes 20 minutes for your stomach to signal your brain that you're full. So most of us eat so fast. In fact, I'm going to say something, Earl. I'm going to say this.
What is it?
You used to eat so fast. Yes.
Well, I was under a lot of stress.
Yes.
It's true. And when you're under, that's another thing too.
Yeah.
Be careful about stress because there's a very good opportunity there of eating too quickly.
But you used to finish like maybe 20 minutes before me. Not that I was eating such a great healthy diet at that time, but what I wanted to talk about is something that you do that I haven't been able to master. Is chopsticks. That's a great way of slowing
teach you
the
how.
eat. But you've tried, and I'm not very good at manipulating them. But this is a very good way of slowing the eating process down, because you see people in other cultures who use chopsticks. And
well, it's hard to pick up a lot of stuff.
But you could pick, I've seen people pick up lettuce, do salads.
Right.
And do spaghetti.
Absolutely.
Pasta. So that's one of the ways to do it.
Also, by the way,
Yeah.
put your hands on the table between bites.
Bites. That you put your fork and knife down.
Fork and knife and hands.
But you know what? That
if you're eating with your hands, the fork and knife.
If you're not eating with your hands.
Right.
But you know how that's helped our family? The kids, our kids and our grandkids are not on their cell phones because we actually have conversations with them. And what we're doing.
That's unconscious eating when you're in a cell phone. You're on a cell phone.
Yeah, but we're putting our fork and knife down after a bite, and then we're having conversations. So nobody's on their cell phone. When we go out to dinner, how many people are on their cell phones, Earl?
Everybody.
Yeah.
I have a feeling some people are eating the cell phone.
but
that's your next situation.
But
here.
it's wonderful to be able to have conversations and to enjoy. And another thing is really enjoying what you're eating. Most people don't even know what they're eating.
Right.
And to take bites and savor.
After about the second bite, you don't even taste it anyway.
Third bite. It's three bites. After the third bite, you no longer taste it. So that's where you get mad at me, because what do I do if I say, I want to taste that ice cream? I want a little ice cream. I take one taste and then I throw it out.
Right. So everybody out there, go onto our website, takeitoff.com, and mention Take It Off, because you get a 10% discount plus free shipping of all the My Olivia products.
I love partnering with My Olivia.
And I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but there's some new exciting products coming out that within the next month or so that we'll be talking about on the podcast.
Oh, real exciting. Yeah.
Really exciting. By the way, do you know the number one cause of overweight when it comes to a food in the United States?
No, what is?
Potato chips.
Thank goodness that's one thing I don't do. Yeah.
First of all, that's a misnomer, because only 42% of potato chips are potatoes. It's all starch, etc.
All right. What do you mean they're not potatoes?
No, they're
only
not.
42%.
Well, you think a potato chip is completely tomato.
Yeah,
potatoes.
Yeah.
It's only 42% of those potato chips.
What's in
Starches
it?
Starches is artificial
fillers.
Yeah, and there's one particular brand I can't, of course, mention. It's one of the most famous.
No, don't mention it. Yeah,
most famous brands.
Yeah.
That has two things in it on the list. By the way, when you're reading labels and you see 26 different ingredients,
It's not good.
watch out.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's so ultra
Ultra processed.
processed. Anyway, these two ingredients. One is called monosodium glutamate, MSG.
Oh, that's not good. I thought they outlawed it.
No, they're not outlawed. They have to put it on the label, though.
Uh-huh.
So that's basically an addictive substance. So when they put it into things like potato chips, you cannot just eat one potato chip. In fact, there was a commercial. You can't just eat one. And the second ingredient, which you've never heard of, is called disodium inosinate. Now
That doesn't sound good.
now, sodium inosinate is found naturally in popcorn.
Uh-huh.
That's why
Uh-huh.
people cannot
Stop eating popcorn.
And I think we mentioned
we mentioned it last show.
that we're at a movie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
somebody came in with it was like a container bigger than them of popcorn.
It was scary. It was scary.
So just think about it. The number one cause of being overweight, because we've become a nation of snackers. We're no longer eating the 3 meals that we're supposed to.
Yeah.
And snacking, a lot of it's involuntary, or you don't even realize sorry, it's not involuntary, but you're oblivious to what you're eating.
Well, that's the problem. And that's what happened with me. I was continually snacking and eating junk, nothing healthy. Of course, I didn't eat chips, but it didn't matter because I was eating junk anyway. And if you eat real food, real protein really fills you up.
Well,
that's why I tell people protein fills you up. And I never felt satiated because I was eating sugar. And what does sugar do? You want more, it spikes.
Up
and
down.
you want more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically what you're saying is eat foods that don't have labels.
That's right.
The real stuff.
That's grown. What did you say? That's grown in the ground, comes from an animal or a tree, and
if it doesn't,
don't eat it.
That's
Yeah.
right. And by the way, when it comes to those potato chips, the bags or the little containers, eat the wrapper. It's more.
It's probably
it's
healthier.
It's higher than
And fiber.
So we just have a few minutes left. Once again, please go on our website. Keep it off.
Take it off. Take it off.
Take it off. Pardon me. Takeitoff.com.
.com.
And mention to them that Take It Off was the code
For
to get a
10% off.
10% discount plus free shipping of any of the My Olivia products.
And I want to tell people, if Zeke's story was so inspirational, to have lost all that weight and still going, and he's 18 years old.
And he was a diver.
He is a diver. He's a diver.
I know, but I picture a 450-pound diver. Unbelievable.
He's got so much moxie, and I'm amazed. I'm amazed at his story.
If that family can do it, and I think their family has lost over
500 pounds.
500 pounds altogether. If they can do it, you can do it.
You can do it. And please be good to your body. Be good to yourself.
So we'll see you next week. Be well from Dr. Earl and Gail Mindell. Take it off and keep it off.
As someone who's been a yo-yo dieter her whole life, I finally found something that actually works. It's GLP-1 with Oh My Olivia. What it does is it retrains your brain to think differently about food so that you make better choices and you eat less. It's a miracle. So please go to takeitoff.com, click on the orange button. It takes you to Oh My Olivia. And then at checkout, you get an extra 10% off if you do take it off. What do you got to lose but weight?